Hello, Octane 21. Welcome to our session, a look inside Okta's nonprofit technology initiative. My name is Adam Rosenzweig, and I'm joined today by my Okta for Good colleague, Victor Cordon. Together, we're going to give you a detailed look inside the nonprofit technology initiative, which is the cornerstone of Okta's philanthropy strategy. We'll look back on some highlights from the last year and share some exciting announcements about the year to come, so stick around. We'll also both be answering questions in the chat, so feel free to send us a message over there. Now, without further ado, over to you.
Thanks. As Adam shared, we're on the Okta for Good team. And Okta for Good's mission is to strengthen the connections between people, technology, and community. So if we unpack that a little bit, what do we mean? People, all of us that are here today. Technology means lots of things. It's also the way that we're connecting with each other right now. But then there's community. And when we say community, what does that mean to you? When you think about this word community, what word or image comes to mind for you? So you may be thinking about community and a word may come up around how you describe it, like equitable or diverse, resilient, maybe vibrant. You may also think about specifics of what you want this community to have. Things like life-sustaining necessities for everyone, like food, water, clothing. You may also think about safety, that everyone has that physically, mentally, spiritually. Or you may think about education, access to opportunity, and that these are things that are enjoyed and possible by everyone in this community. So when we think about that beautiful community, all those words and images that just came to mind, hundreds of thousands of them that just came to mind for all of us right now, sounds great. And we also can recognize that it isn't the world that we currently have today. So in order to continue building this world that we seek to live in, what does it take? Well, I think it takes all of us. It takes every one of us here, people who are passionate about making the world a better place and who are looking to bring their unique resources to bear to make that happen. Informed global citizens, community engagement, mutual aid, generally just supporting each other. Nonprofits and social good organizations around the world dedicate themselves to doing this work every single day. And we believe in the power and responsibility of technology to help nonprofits deliver on their missions in incredible ways. So if you're attending Octane, then you know that technology is essential to any organization that wants to achieve its mission. And we want nonprofits to be as powerful as their missions. Okta's mission is to enable anyone to safely use any technology. And Okta for Good extends that mission to include communities. So in order to drive that work, we launched the Nonprofit Technology Initiative.
This picture was taken 6 years ago at Octane 16. The first thing that's remarkable about this photo is all of those people sitting shoulder to shoulder at a live event. Remember those days? The other remarkable thing happening in this picture is Okta's co-founder and CEO, Todd McKinnon, announcing the creation of Okta for Good. When Todd and Freddie founded Okta, they knew that giving back to the communities in which we live and work would be core to the company's mission and long-term success. That day, Todd announced that Okta was taking the 1% pledge, committing a portion of our most important resources, our people, products, and dollars, back to the community. Last year, at Octane 20, we announced a $10 million 3-year philanthropy commitment, and at its core was the Nonprofit Technology Initiative. We put together today's session in the spirit of transparency to share our progress and our inspiration.
So the Nonprofit Technology Initiative was guided by a couple of core beliefs and insights. Number one, nonprofits should be as powerful as their missions. That continues to guide our focus and our work year over year. We also recognize that the demands on nonprofits are increasing year over year. And we saw that especially in this last year in the global pandemic, where nonprofits were deemed essential services around the world, providing much needed support to communities impacted by the pandemic. We also believe that technology has an incredible power and potential to help nonprofits reach their beneficiaries and drive impact in an incredible scale. And so it's with those beliefs and with those insights that we develop this initiative and really sought to focus our efforts across a couple of core focus areas. So, advocacy, number one, really wanting to change the conversation between nonprofits, funders, tech companies, and other stakeholders around nonprofit technology. Digital transformation, really helping nonprofits reach beneficiaries and stakeholders digitally and at scale. Collaboration, it's the name of the game. We all get by with a little help from our friends. We want to encourage more partnerships, collaborations within the nonprofit sector and across the nonprofit sector to enable nonprofit technology. Cloud, really supporting nonprofits and the sector as a whole to move to the cloud, not only in terms of actually accessing cloud technology and knowing how to use it, but understanding all the potential possibilities that cloud has to offer. When thinking about security, we know that nonprofits manage and hold lots of sensitive data and many times on vulnerable populations. And safely and securely managing that data is of utmost importance. And racial justice and equity. We seek to explicitly name and center race, particularly Black, Indigenous, and people of color communities in all that we do. We have a lot of work to do in this space. And it's through these lessons, these beliefs, these insights, and these focus areas that we went into year one of the technology initiative.
In 2020, we invested $1.6 million across these 11 fantastic organizations. Some of these organizations are mature, others are just getting started. Collectively, they represent some of the most important and innovative work being done around the world to foster vibrant nonprofit technology ecosystems. I wish we had time to tell you about all of them, and instead, I'd like to give you a glimpse into just 3. I encourage you to get in touch with all these organizations and to learn about their work. The first grantee we want to spotlight is Tech Impact. Tech Impact is a leader in nonprofit technology and digital transformation. Their mission is to use technology to better serve the world, connecting technology to social impact in 3 important ways. First, Tech Impact offers technology services, such as managed IT support, implementation projects, and strategic IT consulting. Second, they create independent, thoroughly researched technology resources, such as the Nonprofit Technology Policy Workbook and the Cybersecurity Basics on-demand course. Third, they prepare the next generation of nonprofit and private sector technology talent through workforce development programs that help people launch their technology careers and achieve greater economic mobility. Last year, Okta for Good sponsored a cohort of nonprofits to go through Tech Impact's SecCheck program. SecCheck is a low-cost, expert-guided security and compliance assessment that allows nonprofits to assess their needs and get actionable recommendations. Unlike other online assessments, a technology advisor assists with each assessment and creates customized recommendations for each nonprofit. Over the course of the year, 193 organizations gained access to expert advice and resources on cybersecurity through live and on-demand training. A subset of those received a thorough security assessment and customized recommendations. Tech Impact expanded its own capacity to serve nonprofits affordably at scale. Let's take a moment to hear from Tech Impact's Executive Director, Patrick Callahan.
Hi, folks. I'm Patrick Callahan, Executive Director for Tech Impact, a nonprofit organization that believes technology is a powerful tool in impacting our world. Thank you for allowing me just a few minutes today at your conference. We at Tech Impact have had the privilege of working closely with your team at Okta for Good this last year, led by Aaron Balto-Felter and Adam and Victor. Our teams are well aligned in our community impact missions. We both believe in developing tech ecosystems, expanding opportunities for economic mobility, and supporting nonprofits that address critical needs in the community. And doing this with your expertise in securing work environments, identity management, and modernizing IT has been particularly important. Technology is very critical to nonprofits, makes them more efficient, more effective, and more resilient. Particularly in this last year with COVID, we've seen so many examples of the need for this. Together with Okta for Good and a grant that you provided to our organization, we guided scores of organizations, nonprofit organizations, through cybersecurity programs. Participants built their security awareness and their skills and got a practical assessment and recommendations for improving security in their environment. The need for nonprofits to recognize risk, prioritize, and be strategic about security is not going away. We're looking forward to our continued work together with Okta for Good and other partners to address these very critical needs. I sincerely appreciate the leadership at Okta. It always starts at the top. Todd and Frederick, thank you for your deep commitment to the community, and to Aaron for developing a thoughtful and impactful program. We look forward to working closely again together this year. I hope all of you have a great conference. Thank you.
The next grantee we're going to spotlight is Fast Forward. Fast Forward invests in entrepreneurs who are using technology to accelerate social impact. As the first and only organization focused exclusively on scaling organizations that combine the best tech with sustainable nonprofit business models, Fast Forward's mission is to accelerate impact. Since their founding just 7 years ago, Fast Forward has had an enormous impact on the sector. Their nonprofit accelerator has helped to launch 59 new organizations that have already served 88 million people around the world. Not only has Fast Forward changed the way people think about what a nonprofit can do, they're changing conceptions about who can lead those organizations. As you can see, a significant majority of Fast Forward's portfolio is led by women and people of color. Also last year, Fast Forward published the Tech Nonprofit Playbook, which beautifully captures and articulates the most essential lessons they've learned along the way. This free online resource is valuable for any leader or team that's determined to change the world. Let's hear a word from Fast Forward co-founder and president, Kevin Barenblatt.
Hello, team Octa, Aaron, Anna, Adam, Ali, Victor. I hope you guys are all doing well. We love working with Octa, and we're so excited to see the growth of Octa for Good and the launch of the Octa for Good Fund and your first open funding round. Shannon and I started Fast Forward because we wanted to see more of our best tech applied to our biggest social problems. And we strongly believe in the importance of digital transformation and ecosystem building and collaboration. It's been a real dream come true to work with a partner like Okta who holds these same fundamental beliefs. We really can't thank you enough for your work and your support of us and ours. 2020 was a hard and unprecedented year for all of us. However, the pandemic has provided a pivotal moment for tech nonprofits we serve. So for example, Talking Points has scaled their translation platform by 6x, enabling 3 million families to engage in their children's education. RebootRx, which was a graduate of the accelerator this past summer, analyzed almost 250,000 published medical studies to find the generic drugs that are most relevant for COVID-19 and cancer patients. And within a few months of the pandemic starting, Nora Health reached 15 million people in India with information and safety training for COVID-19. So tech nonprofits and our alumni are serving more people than ever before, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. We believe that 2020 was a turning point, and it's now impossible to imagine a world where tech isn't core to how the social sector deploys impact. At Fast Forward, our work will be the same as always, supporting tech nonprofits and our alumni as they scale to impact millions of lives, finding and funding new tech nonprofit entrepreneurs through our accelerator program, and building capacity in the tech nonprofit community and ecosystem.
All right, and hi everyone, I'm Anna Pickering. I'm Fast Forward's brand new strategic partnerships lead, and I'm so excited to get to know all of you and get to work with you. And this year we're going to continue with our 8th cohort for the Fast Forward Accelerator. And of course, we're going to recreate all the same magic that you all know very well from the past 7 years. And applications will open in March. The program will run for about 4 months. And of course, we'll end with one of our awesome demo days. And we're hoping to do another private demo day, just like we did with you all last year. And something exciting and new that we've built and dreamed up for 2021 is a whole new program that we're calling the Fast Forward Academy. And it's really part of our intention and our mission to invest more and dive in deeper with the tech nonprofit ecosystem and the tech for good ecosystem as a whole, and essentially impact more people who are interested in technology and impact at scale. And so the Fast Forward Academy will be free classes taught by diverse tech nonprofit leaders who know their stuff and are really excited to share it with our community and as many people as we can. So we've identified some experts from the Fast Forward family at wonderful leading tech nonprofits, and we're going to cover key topics such as partnership operations, partner success, fundraising, marketing, people operations, and lots more. And we're working really closely with these experts to make sure we're building the content to be as helpful and as useful as possible. And so that anyone that attends the Academy leaves with really great, key, tangible, actionable takeaways. And over the 8 weeks, we'll host these virtual classes where teachers will share their hard-earned knowledge with people from all areas of the nonprofit community. And we're really looking to expand our impact so that those who are alumni and part of our accelerator and many more can join. And we're super excited to be running this new program and elevating the work and the importance of diverse tech entrepreneurs, tech nonprofit entrepreneurs. And we think it will be a great addition to what we've already done together. And we're really excited to continue to talk to you all about it.
Okta for Good team, thank you for all that you do for Fast Forward and for this ecosystem. We're excited to continue the conversation.
The last organization I want to highlight today is VolunteerMatch. For more than 20 years, VolunteerMatch has been America's most trusted and popular place for organizations in need to find people willing to help. VolunteerMatch has been the #1 game in town for a long time. As the world has evolved, so has VolunteerMatch. A few years ago, VolunteerMatch began building the infrastructure to make their volunteer matching engine available to developers via APIs. The idea was to allow any organization or platform to easily create, share, and match people with volunteer opportunities. Pretty cool, right? Well, then COVID-19 changed the world. Last year, Okta for Good invested in VolunteerMatch's vision of an open source national digital infrastructure for volunteering. The potential here is massive. Imagine if any organization with a website, a company, a county, a church, could post, host, and fulfill volunteer opportunities. Imagine how much faster we could mobilize when our communities are in crisis. Imagine how many more people could have that catalytic, transformative volunteer experience. Okta is proud to be among a growing number of companies that are already leveraging the VolunteerMatch network. We couldn't be more excited to see what the future holds for this project. Stepping back from those incredible organizations, I want to share a couple of important lessons we learned in 2020. The first is that all of our year 1 grantees were based in the US, though some of them served global audiences. Okta is a global company, and our mission certainly extends beyond the United States. So we were eager to find new grantees in 2021 that are based in other parts of the world. Second, it turned out that most of our year 1 grantees' work was focused on either advocacy, digital transformation, or collaboration, but those are only 3 of the nonprofit tech initiative's 6 stated focus areas. In 2021, we're making a concerted effort to fund organizations in other areas of our strategy, which include cloud, security, and racial justice. Speaking of 2021, it's time to turn it back over to Victor for an exciting look ahead.
Awesome. Thanks, Adam. In year 2, we are incredibly excited to build on the momentum of the great work we did in year 1 and deploy $1.9 million to organizations globally. And to kick off the year, Okta for Good issued its first ever open public grant round, seeking applications for 2 distinct grant opportunities. The first, Ecosystems and Capacity Building, which was focused on supporting organizations that are building the operational capacity of the nonprofit sector to access, implement, and use technology. The second is a fellowship, focused on amplifying the voices of leaders across the nonprofit sector who are advocating for movement towards the use and implementation of technology within nonprofits. So we launched this open public grant round in early January 2021, and we were beyond thrilled to receive nearly 340 applications from across the globe. And now we are thrilled to announce the selected grantees for the ecosystems and capacity building stream, as well as our inaugural class of fellows for the Nonprofit Technology Fellowship. So here you see the 9 organizations who are receiving grants at the initial stage of year 2. We're incredibly excited to partner with these organizations, some of which are tried and true partners of Okta and some that are new. I want to focus on a couple of our new partners in particular. The first is Code for Japan. Code for Japan is an exciting organization that is looking to engage tech talent and nonprofits in Japan who do not have in-house tech talent to create products that have an impact on civil society. Octa for Good is excited to support their Civic Tech Accelerator. Code for Japan has a current tech talent base of about 5,000 people strong, and in the next 3 years, they seek to grow that by 2 times to 10,000 people. And in those 3 years, that community of 10,000 people will work with nonprofits in Japan to create 20 products, 20 civic tech products that will be used by these nonprofits and again have incredible impact on the lives of everyone in Japan. And we're incredibly excited to partner and learn from them. The second, Community Foundations of Canada. We're incredibly excited to partner with this organization, which is a convener of nearly 200 large community foundations across the country. We are partnering with them to advance the digital infrastructure of 8 equity-serving organizations across Canada. By partnering with these organizations, we will impact those 8 organizations in particular, but also codify those learnings and that experience and share it broadly to increase the tech capacity of community foundations and other philanthropic organizations in Canada. And last but certainly not least is Simply Secure, a human-centered design organization that is focused on working with nonprofits to take security considerations from purely technical to really focused on the end user. That's people, and with a particular interest on vulnerable populations. And we're incredibly excited to partner with them and help them as they grow and scale to the ecosystem player that they wish to become. You'll see that of the $1.9 million that we intend to deploy this year, through these partners, we have committed approximately 50%. We'll be deploying approximately 50% of those funds. And so we're excited for future rounds later in the year where we'll be able to support even more organizations doing incredible work in this space. And now moving on to the inaugural class of the Nonprofit Technology Fellowship. So here we're incredibly excited, and I just want to land on these folks, look at their faces and their names, an incredible group of leaders: Amy, Edwin, Khalud, Francis, Jerome, Anya, Christopher, and Sarah. We are so thankful and privileged and honored to support their work this year. These fellows will partner with Adam, with the entire Octa for Good and greater Octa family to grow their practice in communications and amplifying their voices in areas of nonprofit technology enablement that we know will benefit the sector as a whole. So with that, we really want to give a huge thank you to all of our grantees and our fellows. Again, it's a privilege and an honor to support their work. We're so proud of the momentum thus far that we've been able to create with our partners, and we're excited by what's ahead. We look forward to sharing our progress and our learnings with all of you, our community of stakeholders, in the months and years to come. So as we close, we're excited to support these organizations and to continue to learn from them. Our ultimate North Star is a paradigm shift in the way that nonprofits are funded and enabled to make the digital transition. So for our peers on the webinar today, tech companies, funders, if nonprofit technology enablement is something that you're interested in, we encourage you to support these organizations to follow these leaders from the Nonprofit Technology Fellowship and just generally get engaged and supportive of the work and ideas that they're promoting. And you can learn more about them in the blog post that we posted today announcing the selected grantees and fellows.
And if you work for an organization that's helping other nonprofits use technology better and you want to get in touch, then go to okta.com/oktaforgood/contact. If you want to learn how your organization can use Okta's products and services, then follow the link on the screen to our nonprofit solutions page. Victor and I will stick around in the live chat, and we look forward to answering any questions you might have. Thanks so much for attending Octane 21.